Well, first I would like to thank you for inviting me to the school and to take this walk down memory lane. It was fun thinking back to my third grade experiences at Montgomery School. But before I start with my third grade, I'd like to talk about my first grade and second grade a little bit, because I went to a one-room schoolhouse and it looked like this. This is a one building out in the country, and my teacher, Mrs. Whistler, she taught first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade, all in that one building. And she taught all the students. And when I attended that one-room school, we had 18 people in our class, 18 kids, if you will, in our class. And there were 3 in the first grade and 3 in the second grade. And that was my class with the 3 of us. And we played at the school and we had homework in that school, but we kept hearing about a new school that was going to be built that we would attend for our third grade. So in the third grade, we went to Montgomery School, and my class went from 3 students to 34 students in school. Now this is our teacher that put 6 pictures of her across the top. But we had 34 in class. But it was so much fun learning all these new students, and a little bit scary maybe, but it was really a lot of fun to be in this class with all those students at the new Montgomery School. And that school was so big compared to the one-room school. We had a big gymnasium, we had 2 floors, we had a hallway that was big enough to have a ping pong table, and we got to play ping pong. I even ended up being the ping pong champion at the Montgomery School before I graduated. But our teacher, and this was true all through my school years, my teacher was Miss Zodi. And Miss Zodi was so friendly and so nice, as all of our teachers. And I'll talk about teachers more later, but how they can help you through your life. Well, how many ride a school bus to school? And I did. From third grade on, I rode a school bus. But once in a while, Mom might take us. But most of the time, we kids rode a school bus, and school buses were brand new in 1939 for us kids to ride on, and so we liked that. But in those years, at Montgomery and later in Ashland High School, the schools did not have a cafeteria. So we carried our lunches, although in those days we called lunch dinner. And so I carried a dinner bucket to school every day. My mom would always pack my dinner bucket, and I could always count on 3 things being in it. It would be a sandwich of some type, and it would always have an apple and a carrot in my lunch box, or what we called the dinner box. And Mom would always tell us, an old saying, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. But to this day, all these years later, I still like apples and carrots real well. Vegetables are so good for us, and you will enjoy them just as I did in my lunch box. So we did not have a cafeteria. And another thing that we did not have in school, we did not have any computers. Computers had not been invented yet. So we did everything with pencil and paper to work out our math problems. And our subjects, I don't think our subjects are much different than what the subjects are today. We had math, and I really did like math, and always did, all clear through high school, and still, we use math in our life so much, and it's something that we enjoyed learning. I really enjoyed learning it, and it was fun. Math and spelling. Now, spelling, the girls always did a lot better than the boys, but spelling, we had lots of spelling and lots of homework questions about spelling, and English and reading, and then we had an art class, and I liked art. I've always liked to draw. And so we had an art class, and I'm always was making drawings for art. So actually, I don't think the courses we took were a whole lot different than yours. Lunchtime, we'd eat fast so we could run out to the field and play. And recesses, we had a recess every morning and a recess every afternoon. And we kids just couldn't wait to get outside and play on the field around Montgomery School. So actually, I don't think the school was much different than what we have today. It was fun walking down memory lane and thinking about when I was in third grade. And when you think about it, when I was in the third grade, if you can think about counting just from 1 to 75, think how long that takes you to count to 75. Well, it was 75 years ago that I was in the third grade. But it's been fun thinking about it, and I thank the staff here at Taft School and Mrs. McNaull for inviting me to speak about Montgomery School in my third grade. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? Did you have gym class? Did you have a gym class, or you just had art?
Third grade, we probably have gym classes. We had this nice big gym that we had at school. I'm sure we must have had gym classes later when I was in 7th
And what about
and 8th grade,
music? Did you have like a music class?
5th grade when
Okay.
music was introduced.
Was there a library at the school at the time? Like, could
No,
you
there
look
was
at books?
just
No
books that were in
libraries.
the classroom, whatever the teacher brought in for us.
Okay.